reckon is pivotal?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? And he shoots! He can get that clear. Rice. Lobbed in behind. Tries to get it clear. Kluivert. Things have been frenetic in the early part of this game. A lot of action high up the pitch. Odegaard! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Odegaard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Semenyo. And he's picked out the run. Big chance! Goal! Bournemouth!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence, win a good ball, and they're in.
The Cherries have taken the lead.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Odegaard. Zubimendi. Played into space. Trossard. Chance to play it in. Arsenal have a free kick. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee will soon change his status.
Senesi. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And he cuts out the supply. Rice. The Gunners just doing what they're good at. Possession-based football. It's lovely.
Nice to watch, yeah. It's all about passing in little intricate triangles, trying to force a few of their opponents out of position and then exploit the space.
And they can counter here. And there is the half-time whistle. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Bournemouth are 1-0 up at half-time and it's all to play for. And we are already promptly back underway.
Bournemouth really need to go and grab another goal.
Climbs up big! Diakite gets good distance on it. Rice. Trossard. That's a nicely weighted... Up he goes! He's missed, but not by that far.
Saka certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Odegaard. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire. Arsenal really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Fair. Brooks. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Brooks. Now then, the ball's come loose.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Plenty waiting in the middle. Odegaard. And the shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Out to the left it goes.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Araujo has got himself a free kick. Martinelli.
Time is ticking away, and they're playing as if they're defending a lead. They've got to get it up the pitch.
And that will be the final act. The Cherries have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was first class.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.